how an upcoming pro was caught using insane cheats.
Worst it's ever been. And everyone knows PC rank is infested, but typically in games like that, the competitive side, the pro circuit, and 10-mans should be relatively cheater-free, right? Wrong. Just about a week ago, there were about 3 upcoming pros accused of cheating.
So if you weren't caught up on this, Fett has exposed like, 3, probably like up to 5 people of cheating in the past like few months of this game, and competitive, by the way, where they run anti-cheat stuff. That's how cooked the anti-cheat is right now.
On Twitter. Today we're focusing on one of them. His name is Smurf. He was playing at around a T3, T2 level, aka the amateur or challenger leagues that feed into T1 Pro League. Well,
Chat, we used to play in that league,
right here,
T2.
He knows he's wide. Like, he knows he's wide, and then he immediately knows how tucked he is. Like, that guy could be anywhere. Whoa! He had a lot of suspicion on him after slamming a roster called Core Gaming, who had previously won everything in T3 and T2 until they played Smurf. That's a common blind spot. That's not bad. I don't like that it like follows him as he runs out.
Bro, this was so blatant. This guy was playing shock and below when his entire team was dead for like a solid 45 seconds.
There, but it's okay. You have a C4, lace it through. No, you don't have a C4.
Oh.
Oh, was this against, oh, this was against Core. I'm gonna be real. He's making a lot of random shotgun holes to make it seem like he doesn't know, but you can kind of tell.
See you later, Haley.
He explicitly knows where the people on the vert are. And the reason cheats can even infect the pro circuit is because they've been getting really sophisticated. There's AI cheats, there's external cheats that live on your mouse, but for background, you will know for this sophisticated. There's AI cheats, there's external cheats that live on your mouse.
Basically homeless. Do you guys remember his video where he played Siege with a pineapple?
But for background, you will know for this particular video, let me introduce you to one of the more popular cheats recently, DMA, aka Direct Memory Access. Now that term is not a cheat by itself, and I don't know too much about it, but basically in the context of cheating, it means getting a second computer to host your cheats so that anti-cheats can't find it running on your main computer. But as you can expect, the current third-party anti-cheat gold standard in competitive play is called Moss. This is the program that got Shiko banned. So you can expect that it would bypass Moss, and this guy was running around scot-free.
I hate Moss. I had to run Moss all the time when I used to compete. This shit was annoying.
In these tournaments, and as a result of that, and clips getting him posted onto Twitter by T2 players and T1 players chipping in to say, well, this guy's just blatant, we needed answers. And well, once again, the answers will have to come from a PC check investigation. Now, before we get into the check, I need to do a quick disclaimer. Just like my last video, I do not condone PC checking as an end-all be-all solution. It risks the safety of your information, and I wouldn't trust any PC checker with your computer.
After all the YouTube shorts that I've posted, do not PC check me, bro. I'm gonna be... No lawyer can defend me, bro.
This time around, I did not ask anyone nor push for a PC check, but alas, it happened anyways. So I'm gonna use it to spread awareness on the technology issue we're facing in anti-cheat and what I think would be a genuine solution. I also received feedback on Reapin, who was a PC checker in my last video and happened to do the PC check in this video, about rumors of him actually being malicious and doing bad practices in the community. And I actually confront him and his partner in this video about it. So be sure to watch until the end for that and what I think.
Wait, Reapin was the one that PC checked the first dude, the one that Jinxie reacted to, the really big situation. Oh my god. Wait, this is plot twist after plot twist, bro. This is like in a movie, in a gameplay cutscene where like a stranger comes to help you, and then like later down the line you figure out that he's a spy in the other team. Damn.
The solution is for the cheating situation. Anyways, let's get started with the check.
I pretty much connect it to his computer through AnyDesk. It allows me to speed up this entire investigation.
Maybe a bit bigger clips.
A whole lot.
I did have to turn something off to download Moss. I don't know if I turned it back on. It might be like some security setting. I don't know.
Do you have your Moss from the last game that you played, by chance?
So right now you're opening Device Manager to look at what devices do you want to look at?
Normally, I always check the monitors first, but I am looking for ports, monitors, system devices, pretty much anything that fusers, DMAs, these devices try to hide themselves as.
Okay.
I look for disconnected entries and things of that nature.
Yeah, yeah. If you just search up, okay.
You still
I haven't had the reconnect bug, no.
So why does this device immediately catch your eye? Like, why does this device?
It's commonly used. This device.
Venturing a boba.
Hardware ID, product
Yo,
ID.
chat, what's a go to boba flavor?
Commonly used for spoofing. When I mean spoofing, I'm speaking of the fuser. It's a commonly used hardware information to spoof these devices, pretty much. And I have also caught other cheaters with the same monitor as well. And it is also disconnected.
I love Tai T.
Okay. And so, like, the fact that it's grayed out versus like not lit up means it's disconnected.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what made me like, okay, let me check this really quick. Oh, HKC. I've seen this before. This is common.
Bro, it must be so stressful to like, I mean, like, just like thinking of just cheating. Like, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna make it into competitive and cheat. Like, there must be no end goal, because like obviously you can't cheat on land. So like, why are they just competing? Are they just edging them to like go like T2 level? I can't even think about it. Like, I would not be able to scrim and compete knowing that I'm just wasting my time. Like, if I have no end goal of going to Pro League, I'm basically just like, I just have no vision, no goal.
What do you mean by spoofing? Like, why do you need to spoof a monitor? Like,
Pretty much the fuser displays the second PC's cheats over the main PC screen. And for this, it needs to create a virtual monitor and make Windows believe it is a real monitor. If Windows believe it, so does the anti-cheat, obviously, and they have to try to find information further on that.
okay.
Which one is that?
They want to feel good for once.
MG25H, you still have this monitor?
Jinxie broke his
don't
keyboard in
think
Geometry
so.
Dash.
If that's the old one I sold. It's just like a Dell, but just not Dell.
You still have your Dell plugged in?
Wait, yeah, I have the Dell.
Oh shit, dude, he just got caught lying. Do you guys hear that? Let me replay it for you guys. He just got caught lying.
D25H, you still have this monitor?
I don't think so. If that's the old one I sold, it's just like a Dell, but just not Dell.
You still have your Dell plugged in?
Wait, yeah, I have the Dell plugged in, but it's like the exact same. It's the Dell, but just not Dell. And then Blast went through my MOS, and they were talking about like some fucking controller thing that they were like confused about.
Okay, so the reason why this stood out to me is because
His throat is.
it is an unplugged device, and this is a PCI Express root port, which is where the DMAs pretty much attach themselves to. The fact that this is unplugged is weird because this is normally a pretty important device on your computer. They don't just commonly unplug themselves. It's not just it being grayed out does not represent the DMA itself. It represents that something attached to this PCI Express port was disconnected.
Okay. And like it's so important that like you would never expect one of these to be unplugged.
It is
not connected to the computer. Okay.
It is.
Apparently this device is not connected to the computer. Okay, I see.
They said they found the corresponding driver. I don't know. It's the only thing that's been weird with my MOS, I guess.
I have to look for drivers in a sec.
But yeah, I tried out dual monitors, and I don't have the desk space for it.
His voice already sounds sketchy, bro. He just sounds like a liar.
It's just
Real quick, what did you say your other monitor was again?
Just so I have it on video. What was your?
wait.
Because you have two
Pardon?
monitors here, right? And
Yeah.
you've unplugged and plugged in the second one here multiple times. And
Yeah. It should be like
what was your other monitor? You said it. You said you sold your Dell, but that was here.
no. I have my Dell plugged in. The HKC, I think. Yeah, it's like the Dell, but
But it's not a Dell. It's a Dell, but it's not a Dell.
it's off-brand. It's the exact same though.
Off-brand, bro.
It's just cheaper. I was on a budget. That's all.
I was just on a butt, dude. No, bruh. When it's just like, when it just happens to be just coincidence. It just happens to be coincidence this, and that. Oh yeah, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna show it later in the video, but the HKC, when you Google it and the MG25H, it does actually come up from a monitor, but it's not a Dell branded monitor, no? Like, it's not an off.
Yeah,
it's a
did
legit
not mean this.
monitor. He just had no idea. Like, he's making that up.
Yeah, you're gonna. Later in the video, you're gonna kind of hear him looking down at his phone and looking up exactly what you are right now, and on that same screen, do you see the specification saying like 20.5 inches or something like that? 23.5.
I don't have it pulled up, but
okay. Well, on that, it literally specifies 20.5, and then later in the video, he didn't even know the name of the monitor since it was off-brand earlier, but all of a sudden, he mentions the exact specifications of the monitor as if he was looking it up during our check.
I feel like at this point, chat, like I want you to think back to like maybe when you were a kid or something. But like everyone has lied in their life at least once, and they've gotten caught doing it. Like, I don't know, maybe you were a kid and you're like, you pretended that you ate your vegetables, but you didn't. Like, I feel like that's how this guy feels right now. Like, he knows he's on the borderline of getting fucked. But like, how many excuses can you just make up? You know, he just knows he's cooked.
I'm gonna try to attempt to check the authenticity of that monitor there.
24.5 inch. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be off by like half an inch.
I'm gonna see if the vendor returns, like, you know, the vendor comes back legit.
Okay.
I'm gonna also check it on device hunt as well.
Okay.
Oh.
Suspicious vendor detected. Ban it now. What the fuck? Bro, it's in red. Look at that shit.
Okay.
Oh.
Damn. Ban now?
Damn, bro, how did that get there? Fuck. Oh, sheesh. Fuck. Must have been that zombie pic I downloaded.
That's crazy.
Let's PC check at the no. Hey guys, let's focus on the video, bro. Let's focus on the video.
What program are you using right now? What did you just open, and how did it like return this?
I pretty much used an automated tool checking
I pretty much just use a light cheat.
metadata and information on monitors to see if any metadata or information about it doesn't match up with the vendor's exact information listed on their database.
Is this your tool?
No, it is not my tool.
Okay, and why does it say ban now?
It's not my tool, so I would never ban someone off of this. It's a suspicion, and it's something I use for drawing correlations, not.
Oh my god, dude, this is where it gets so much more guilty. Is because like he starts confessing when evidence pops up. Okay, but okay, like it's like why didn't you mention this before? If you're not guilty, you will give anything. You'll give out all your information at the very start when you get accused. When they want to first start checking you, like be like, all right, check whatever you need. You know, what would make you think I'm a cheater? Like you would do anything. But like here, you're only like just answering questions, but you're not gonna like, you're not gonna like get into the details.
For hard evidence.
That's not the cheater talk, it's the PC checker.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever ever used a DMA before, or a fuser?
No. Wait, that's what this is about? Oh, no. Do you want me to like text my girlfriend's brother? Like, I can...
Girlfriend's brother? Whoa, wait, what? Bro, how many more characters are in this shit, bro? Yeah, I got this monitor from my grandpa's stepson, but his stepson also competed and he knew LeBron James, but then LeBron James also didn't need the monitor anymore, so eventually I just used it. And then yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, wait. I'm lacking so much context. He can like give me the monitor back. I can show you it. I don't know. That's like if worst comes to worst.
I'll look for as much metadata as I can on this monitor. So
Okay.
That was the first reason why I was looking at it for so long in the first place, is because MG25H with fusers, this is a generic ID that they default to. Is
Actually?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Device ID is also HK250, and I have videos of me catching DMA cheaters with exactly just this fuser.
Yeah, but I feel like it gets even worse, chat, when the liars start what do you call it? The chronological order of their events do not line up. They start switching here and there. You subscribed, I got my charm a couple days ago, but never got my charm. You have to give it a few days sometimes. Servers are also just really buggy right now.
No, that is insane, bro. So I'm fucking cooked.
I wouldn't say.
It's literally the same as my Dell. It's just like off-brand.
Wait, why is he saying he's cooked though? If he's not guilty, he should have nothing to worry about.
This is the last
Removal date
Okay.
after the monitor.
Okay, so what is the importance of this here?
Oh, you see, he said he gave it away or he sold it, whatever story he decided to went with at the time. And that's like at the time of recording, as you can see, that's pretty fucking like that's really recent.
Okay,
like,
So basically he said he sold it like maybe like a couple weeks ago or some shit, but this was probably like a couple of days ago, which is bad.
yeah, the day of recording is September 29th.
That was literally a day before they PT checked him, or probably when the match happened.
Right here, bottom
Yes.
right of the screen. Is that perfect? Zoom on that. And the removal date 9/28. So at the time, what did the team tell you about, like, was this on game day?
Oh, I was told about, like, I asked him about them. That's why I asked them at the beginning of the video. I asked about the MOS. This was not present in MOS. This monitor. This was never present in MOS.
Okay. So one, there was only one monitor on MOS.
MOS takes screenshots of all kinds of
anti-cheat
displays.
program, and this wasn't picked up. And two, was this what did they tell you about whether or not this was game day or not?
He himself, as in the person I'm checking, told me that, oh, that wouldn't really make sense because it was 2 hours or something like before the game day or after the game day. Like, he pretty much was saying.
So MOS takes screenshots. If you guys didn't, just for people, it says, so MOS takes screenshots of all connected displays. Just make sure there's no cheats on your screen. It's like what you're seeing is what they will take screenshots of. This monitor is not being captured, which is interesting. So basically it's saying that like his screen wasn't caught in the MOS, which MOS connects all connect. So if he's using DMA, he should be able to see it on his other screen or whatever, or however it works. But they say it's uncleared because because if it wasn't connected, then it's not real, or because it's not a real monitor. What I'm trying to say is that, like, it's a mix of like he was using the DMA versus if it wasn't picking up the monitor because it's a spoofed one, is what she said. He bought it for it because it's cheap.
He himself, as in the person I'm checking, told me that, oh, that wouldn't really make sense because it was 2 hours or something like before the game day or after the game day. Like, he pretty much was saying it wasn't during, or like it was either after or before the game day. Like, so it wasn't during the game, so it wouldn't really, like, you know what I mean? He was pretty much telling me that this does not make any sense because of the date that it was disconnected.
Okay.
And it wouldn't have been during the game or before the game.
All right. So the issue with that is that the original thing that basically get up bottom suspicious is that they beat the best T3 team.
Who's Fett talking with? Fett is talking with a PC checker.
Core, who was winning every single T3 tournament. And the grand final was on September 8th, 6:30 Central Time. Now, the latest possible time, if you're in the US or Mexico, that you could possibly live in is Eastern Standard Time, which is 7:30 this. And because it's a best of one, it lasts an hour. So if he is latest possible time, he played the game at 7:30 and he won the BO1, and then this is saying the removal date, right?
Yeah, this is the last removal.
And then he took it out as soon as it finished, essentially. If he were using it hypothetically. That date is literally the exact same day as the grand final that he played in, that he beat the best team and made everyone suspicious on him. Yeah. Like, you didn't know that, but
So basically he unplugged the monitor, he removed the cheats right when the match ended.
I know that.
I'm glad you're here. I didn't draw that correlation. And it's in that's last. Here,
What?
maybe my eyes deceive me. All right, can you guys read that?
Oh,
email for me?
yeah, that's
Okay,
just,
so now they're showing him why the monitor's plugged in, or why it was unplugged.
today.
So where'd the monitor go?
My girlfriend's brother.
My girlfriend's brother. Oh my god, bro. My girlfriend's brother. You want to play Fortnite, bro?
That sounds crazy, but yeah, I had it yesterday.
I'm not gonna sit here and ask you to like, hey, call your girlfriend's brother right now.
I know.
I'm not gonna do that, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna cross here for a sec. So, because
No, I don't think he's saying he sold it. He sold it. He's saying that he gave it back to them. I guess they're. I mean, maybe it's a common instance where you're just trading, you know, sharing monitors. Hey, I need the monitor, bro. Oh yeah, sure. Let me just go give you it.
also saw a express port unplugged as well. Ooh, no events reporting back for this.
What does that mean? No events?
There's no data for this express port that was unplugged from your computer. And normally express ports don't just unplug themselves from your computer.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But are you able to see if that's my graphics card?
We're watching how an upcoming pro was caught using cheats. So this guy was competing in T2, like the league before pro league type of level tournaments, and he's being checked for using cheats. And then they're trying to interrogate him, but he's like trying to say he's not cheating.
These will be associated to your CPU graphics card.
Okay.
And inside of this is associated to just.
I don't know, bro. It's just like, dude, it's like they keep bringing up evidence against him, and you can tell in his voice that he's just like, oh, what the heck? How did that get there, bro? But and then like an excuse immediately just comes up.
Like hardware components in your computer.
Oh.
I mean, if you unplugged your graphics card, that'd be, you know. You got a new graphics card?
No. My girlfriend's brother. I'm just kidding. No. I cleaned everything out. I cleaned everything out. Like dust and shit.
Okay, so according to this guy's story, he said he sold it and he had he tried a dual monitor setup that didn't work and he sold it a while ago, right? Like, or at least it seemed like he sold it a while ago. But now we're finding out that he basically sold it yesterday. Like, he had to have sold it literally yesterday to his girlfriend's brother.
Yeah, that's a small time frame.
Okay. From what it sounded like, he like sold it a while ago, and now he's, I don't know. The story seems a little inconsistent to me, at least.
It 100% is. He said he sold it, and then he didn't. I don't know. This express port's not really coming back with anything on device side.
And that's not good. Damn.
It's not recognized inside of a hardware database. It isn't.
I'm gonna add my phone to the call. But like,
So what's happening at this point? He turned on his camera. Is he like basically just what are you looking for? Is he just trying to show you like his connections, what's in his PC, I guess? Because if it were an external cheat, it would be here, or like evidence that it has been here would be here, right?
I'm looking for not the DMA card itself.
Wait, we saw in a thumbnail chat. We saw in the thumbnail that there was a chip they found.
I'm just looking for evidence of tampering with anything near it.
So you didn't ask him to get on camera. He just wanted to show you on camera by all on his own.
He offered. He asked. He said, "You want me to get on my camera?" I said, "Yeah." Okay. Show me.
I don't.
Can you show me underneath your graphics card again?
Yeah.
Wait,
it might be a glare. Let me fix.
Damn, bro's got the which iPhone is that?
Your IO shield. Why is it
Dude, that brings back nostalgia. Do you guys remember those iPhone 5s, I think, that were colored? Dude, oh my god, bro. Oh my god, dude. When I wanted to get an iPhone when I was really young, because I had an iPad at the time. I was like maybe like 11 or 12 and I wanted to get an iPhone. I had to save up money. And I remember it was cheaper to get like the colored ones. Oh my god, that brings back so much memories. Holy shit.
Oh.
I actually did not mean to call this an IO shield. It can just be called a PCIe dust cover. It's just to hold them in place and prevent dust from getting in. But you have to unscrew these to plug in devices. For example, his graphics card, your graphics card. These have to be unscrewed before you can install anything into these slots, like a DMA
Chat, how old were you when you got your first iPhone?
card, for example.
So like there's covers on the connection parts that need to be taken off in order to put something there. And by default, they're covered up unless you plug something in. It's just
unless you unscrew it.
It's just typically where the cheats would be inserted into, like on the motherboard or whatever.
Yes, it's the PCIe slots.
Sixth grade is
typically
like
there's multiple sized ones, but they do
12.
reside here
Okay,
beneath the
tell me
graphics
where
card.
if I'm like circling the right area or.
To the left. Yeah, around this area. You kind of like if you pause it and play it, you'll see like a little notch show up, but it's a smaller sized one.
Okay.
Regardless, by the way, the one right below it, he can plug it in to that one and not the one that's above it. Yeah, that little slot right there that you're looking at right there. Yes.
You asked me that same thing last time. It's just for my fan.
It's just like like it's no big deal.
Cool. Yeah. I swear to God.
I swear.
But yeah.
Swear to God, huh? Swear to God, huh? Hey, where's that Jinxie clip, bro? Hey, God strike lightning down if I'm lying. Right hand on the Bible. That motherfucker's cheating.
I deadass don't have anything plugged in.
Where's your controller?
It's not plugged in. I can go grab it from downstairs. There's like multi-colored shit.
Show me what's like plugged in. I mean, it's showing.
Okay.
Like, just show me like what.
It's downstairs. Why is your controller downstairs? Oh, well, little brother was fucking, he wanted to play Roblox, so you had to get my controller.
So
connected to your computer as a whole. Like,
Why would you not leave your controller at where you play? Shit, I mean, girlfriend's brother might need to use the monitor. Shit, man, maybe mom needs to use the PC for Farmville or some shit, bro. I don't know.
like what's on the.
this is the Ethernet.
Then my little brother also had to make a lemonade stand, so my table was gone too.
My Huntsman in my
What's the? Is that an unplugged HD
my headset.
in the back? Pretty much.
Yeah, RIP his girlfriend, bro. His girlfriend. Let me know.
Obviously, for fusers, they need more than one HDMI cable for inputs and outputs between the fuser and the second computer. So the fact that he claimed he doesn't have room for a second monitor, and that's like he gave it away. Why is there an unplugged HDMI cable here? Like,
Okay.
and then we're gonna see a second one below his desk as well. What is that?
This?
No, the one that's hanging. It's like unplugged. And the what's in the back? Way in the back.
It's this. Sorry, hold up.
Go behind your fan.
I can fix it.
I'm trying to like help you fucking point me towards it better. It's not that. It's not that.
Oh, what's that right there? Do you see that?
It's two like it's two cables that were.
Oh,
But that HDMI cable is just hanging. Damn, you got a big old tub of Vaseline.
It's not. It's
I
where,
think it's just
Big
an
old
HDMI.
tub.
it's where you. I know. It's on.
Yeah, yeah.
This I did not know this was here until he showed me. I had no idea there was a second HDMI cable.
Wait, so this isn't even the one that was on the desk.
No.
Unless it like fell down, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
You said they required two HDMI cables. Are you sure?
They need one for input between the output for the main PC screen.
Yeah.
They need one for input for the second PC screen, and there's another slot for the fuser itself.
Okay. Damn. So this guy has.
What if he's just schizo and yeah, he's just his girlfriend's his right hand and he's using some like psychedelic Vaseline and maybe he maybe he doesn't.
Okay.
It
That's weird,
Like
yeah.
it adds up.
Yeah,
It adds up.
that's really weird. Okay. So Reapin sent me this graphic. I've moved my face cam out of the way. That's why you see like a corner of me in the edge, to kind of show like why he's looking for these HDMI cables. Do you wanna explain what I'm looking at here?
You're pretty much looking at a normal setup for someone who has a CAN box, a fuser, and a DMA.
Yeah.
And as you guys can see, they need multiple HDMI cables for inputs and
Holy fuck. Chat. So let's say we all have a main PC. This is like $1,500, for example. You have to buy HDMI cables, whatever a CAN box is, a DMA board, a fuser adapter, and another PC, desktop or laptop, just to cheat. What?
outputs for the second PC, the fuser input itself from the main computer, and
You know where he's getting his money from? His mom's competitive Candy Crush tournaments that he has to lend his PC to every little bit, especially before he plays a tournament. Mom has to use the PC. And oh, man, mom left the aimbot on from Candy Crush. Jeez, I don't know how that got there.
input for the second computer, which you can see in the top right.
So
And then the output goes to the main PC screen,
So
which
he's-
is the third HDMI cable.
So he has cheats on a second PC that he's overlaying on his main PC screen, but because they're not
Clara.
actually running on his main PC, they're mostly undetectable by traditional anti-cheat methods, right?
Yes.
Okay. By the way, should I blur this out so that people don't know, like, don't learn about this?
Fed deciding whether or not to censor all of this.
I feel like it's kind of public knowledge at this point. No, like DMA.
That's what we said about, and then became super popular through my video.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to expose cheats if you have to show like the ins and outs and the softwares that you use. But at the same time, I feel like the people who would want the cheat would already do it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, it's kind of like saying an alcoholic. Even if you shut down one whiskey store, they're just going to go to the next one. So I feel like any legit person, any normal person would not care about this. But I understand where Fed's coming from for this, though.
Shit. If they look up it's like they can just kind of look up Fuser and also see like KM box. Like if you're gonna blur that out, you might as well blur out the word Fuser too. Then I thought, you know what I mean?
Already said
like if
Fuser,
they look,
though.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like if we say one, they're gonna find out the other. No, if they just look up how to set up a Fuser, they're gonna see KM box guides as well.
Sonny, what do
Like
you think?
that's.
I think that if somebody is willing to spend $1,200 to get a DMA setup after watching your video,
Exactly.
it doesn't really, it's not your
Is it
fault.
actually
Exactly.
1,200?
Yo, I like this dude with the raspy voice, bro. Not that it's a bad thing, but I agree with this dude.
Dollars?
It's cheaper nowadays.
W dude
I
in the
mean,
chat.
It's
You need a
at
second
le-
computer.
It's at least $500 for a full
W
setup.
dude.
With the KM box, probably $700. But that's assuming that you buy like an Arduino instead of a second computer. Like that's the cheapest DMA setup. DMA is minimum hundreds upon hundreds of dollars, and then that's not including how much you have to pay for the actual cheat itself, which is the cheapest one.
Was
is
it not
60
obvious from his POV? Well, a lot of people, like what they say in these videos, like you can only tell so much from the human eye and also from like a match replay. But that's why they're doing the PC check, because PC check is like it's either it's there or it's not type shit, instead of I think he is, you know what I mean? It's kind of like when it comes down to like legal stuff too. It's like it's either hard proof or not.
dollars a month. So if somebody's willing to spend that much money and go to that length to cheat, it's not your fault that they found out about it from your.
And at the same time, I think it's also fair for everyone to be able to defend themselves if they are or not guilty.
YouTube video. Like, yeah, they could just Google download. DMA, it's hundreds of.
By the way, what they blurred out was Athieno charm. People could have searched up the Athieno charm, which y'all can get for free by subscribing.
Hundreds upon hundreds of dollars on top of technical expertise, on top of $60 a month. So I wouldn't worry about it too much, to be honest.
Okay.
It's just an HDMI. It runs from back here, I think.
Okay. Let me see your monitors again. You only have one.
See, it's an Adele.
Bro, like, what are you trying to change his mind for, bro?
That's what you have plugged in currently. Obviously,
Yeah, this is what I have.
Yours.
Listen, I'm not gonna judge setups. What is that? His mouse pad? Is his mouse pad a napkin?
your second
Or like, is it a sweaty? Or does it move a lot?
monitor.
Correct.
You said that was
I shouldn't have unsold it.
monitor.
No spoil turning. I'm not in
It is
T2. I'm not
Dell,
competing.
Like off-brand. It's
Goon
literally
napkin.
this without the Dell, bro. If you go search up the
Damn, bro, look how close he's playing, bro. I mean, I know some people like close to the monitor, but if he has that much keyboard space, bro, he's sitting like a solid half a foot away.
I don't remember what it's called.
By the way, I found the monitor. Just to note, this HKC MG25H, and
The
if
napkin
you
after
zoom
the
in on the
Vaseline.
picture of it, it does not look like Adele just without the logo. Like, this is his own product, so this story is inconsistent.
The HCK or whatever. If you search that up, it's literally the Dell just with no Dell sign.
Guys, it's just Dell with this. It's Dell, but it's not Dell. This is like, you know what I'm saying?
What are you doing here? What are you running?
I am running an application to get information on files, their metadata about drivers, files, hardware itself. And
Wait, chat, for people who are more invested in this, is this Reapin, that the PC checker that we're talking about? Because Fett did say that Reapin eventually gets exposed for helping him. So like this is just some like crossover shit right here. So eventually this guy's gonna turn on us, I think. Bro. What in the this is like playing Batman campaign mode right now, bro.
what I'm going to look for immediately is
Plot twist after
information on
plot
drivers,
twist.
drivers that DMA, fusers, and CAN boxes would typically use.
And is this your program that you made or another program?
This is not my program.
Okay.
This is like Scooby Doo, bro. Some Scooby Doo shit.
It's just like, damn, like the story might not match up, and the whole.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it definitely doesn't. It means your monitor is. You said your monitor went bye-bye yesterday.
The file you're looking at is generated by what you just ran, right?
No, it's generated by Windows. What I just ran is just to read it.
Oh, okay. So
This is like from Windows. Like this
Yeah,
is
and then
Windows operating system information.
you took the last known
Holy
date
refresh music.
that like suspicious monitor was plugged in, and you're looking for drivers linked to that date.
Better plot
Yes.
than One Piece. Facts.
No, I'm just
Mid piece.
at this first part right here.
Blue's
I'm just looking
better.
for anything
Okay.
correlating to that date, and
Okay.
then I was gonna scan through it. Then I just get to me looking for. I actually didn't know of the driver, and like on his computer until I remembered in my head what the name was, and I was like, let me check for common drivers used for communication, and that's what
okay.
made me start. That's why I started typing in driver names, is because at this stage, I was quite literally checking if he had the common drivers used for communication.
Okay.
It's just lending. His monitor broke, so it's like I sold it, but I didn't really sell it. Like I don't know.
I sold it, but I didn't really sell it. So it's like, are you letting him borrow it? Did he give you like fake money? Like, is a transactional exchange? How do you sell it but not sell it?
I trust him, but get it back eventually.
We're cooking.
Oh God, not again.
Uh-oh.
Chuck it.
Okay. So what did you just search up? Like, what is this?
CH3 again is a commonly used communication driver for Arduinos, fusers, CAN boxes, the DMA cards itself. So I was originally gonna go through and start just typing in all the common drivers that I know of, and on the first one that I checked, he just so happened to have
So it's like
them
a
installed.
common driver used for cheats. But you also mentioned Arduinos. Well, we'll get into the. I think you show that later.
It's-
though.
Right, you know what this reminds me of? If Reapin ends up being guilty, which you see in the video, did anyone get involved in that like fitness drama of like Jeff Nippard, Hussein, Greg, and like who else? The other buff black dude with the huge biceps,
Right.
Yeah,
saying if they're
it's
natty or
used
not.
for all parts of
and then it
direct
eventually just
memory
turned on
access,
Jeff. But it was for content.
communication, including the communication with the card itself, the communication with the fuser, and the CAN box.
Okay.
The second computer needs to be able to send commands to the main computer and the main components somehow, like the DMA card.
Okay.
What do you guys think? You think Hussein it was Natty, and what is it? Julian?
Oh, you're cooked.
Oh, don't tell me I'm cooked.
Wait, didn't it say cheats right here? Cheat 3A or 4-1. Cheatser?
What could it possibly be?
You're cooked. All right, go ahead. Just ingrain these numbers in your head for me. Right here. C
Okay.
H 3.
Yeah.
You see these? Right.
Yeah, I see.
I don't know, man. Does it mean like
Let's do a little research here for a second, why don't we?
Wait, this is crazy though.
What the fuck?
Firmware and cheats.
What the fuck? How did that get there? Oh my
Go ahead.
Oh, Chuck.
How did that
it.
get
Down
there?
here for a second. Oh, what the fuck? CH, what?
There's no way.
Oh, wait, let me.
I don't. Mm-mm.
Okay. So explain to me what you showed here. So you just went. I'm gonna have it like hopefully blurred and pixelated and blacked out as much as I can on this video because I know I fucked up in my last video, not blurring and pixelating enough. But you just went to a cheat like just a generic cheat website that you thought of, right? Like a generic external cheat website.
Generic website.
And the first one that comes up has the same like first 4 characters, CH34. Why is the whole thing not the same? Why is it not CH341? Why is it CH347?
There's different versions of these drivers that are used. It is a very small discrepancy to worry about. It's just the prefix that matters.
So they're all different variants of like the same kind of driver, same kind of.
The same, yeah. And there's also different drivers that do similar, if not the same thing. As I don't know, don't show us in the video, but there's other drivers that do the same thing but are named differently.
Okay.
Chalk it, bro. Drunio? Isn't that like aimbot and shit?
What are you doing here? You googled the driver, the suspicious driver that you found on his PC in front of his face. Like, what'd you do that for?
I was just literally showing him the results of what you would find from simply looking up the driver name alone.
And this is a really big red flag for me because he just said Arduino isn't that an aimbot. That is insane to me because if you had an Arduino plugged into your PC, you would know that like first of all, it is nowhere close to an aimbot. I worked with them in like circuits and programming back in like my fucking undergrad. It's just like a general use like board, right? Like Dapper, pull up a picture of it. It's like you use it to like make little like fun projects, to program things, to rewire things. It is nowhere close to a cheat in of itself. And secondly, you wouldn't find Arduinos in like a mouse or a keyboard or a graphics card or a mic or a headset or a monitor, right? Like they need much more sophisticated like boards, right?
Yes, it's not something that is just typically. It's a very non-typical thing just to have laying around on your computer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you're using an Arduino if you want to do like a DIY like robotics project. Like I use an Arduino to make a fucking like distance measuring fucking car. Okay, like little tiny fucking car, little robot car. Right?
I mean, it's used for communication between devices.
Yeah.
Oh, you might be fucked, buddy.
So what'd you just do? You just searched up in his system 32 like.
I wanted to see if these files or even any other files related to the installation of these drivers were present still on his computer.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're seeing now, the .inf with all the random numbers and letters for the viewers, this is proof of installation of the driver. The reason why I know this is because I've ran installation of this driver in a sandbox, and I can see the
Bro, this is so crazy to watch, just knowing that Reapin might be guilty in this video.
files and kind of installation configurations and files that it makes in the process, this being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, are we gonna see the driver here? Don't tell me.
DMA card guide.
Don't. All right.
No.
Calm down. Calm down.
Comms.
All right. Let's save that for last.
Bro, I know it can't be the fuser because I like that monitor's real. Might be the first time you see it, but there's no fucking way it's the fuser. So help me God, though.
Death Note rebuild looking crazy.
Yo, by the way, dude, if you had this on your PC, you're
Bro. Yeah, that's how to get put on your little Twitter, bro.
How is Reapin guilty? I have no idea, but Fat mentioned in the beginning of the video.
Oh.
Isn't that?
So you just Googled the name of the driver, and somewhere down in the results was literally this installation guide for a cheat.
Yes, the only thing you have to do is, or the only thing I did was type in the driver name, space DMA, and I scrolled down, and there was multiple sites with exactly the drivers that you guys saw on his computer, and how to set them up, install them, etc.
I don't know if
I haven't finished Death Note yet. I've only watched half of it because people say the other half is bad.
Does it not matter?
Yeah, I mean,
is it worth watching?
Lasagna said they're gonna have to spend thousands of dollars to do like, okay, like
if somebody was going to get a DMA set up, it wouldn't be because like they would have had to have already been trying to get a DMA set up. You know what I mean? You're not going to convince anybody.
And it would cost hundreds of dollars. Okay, well, keep this conversation in. So just so chat knows, I thought about not keeping that in.
Yo, gang, you just gotta wrap it up. This is. I'm going to apply to for McDonald's, like something.
McDonald's
Oh
crazy.
shit, I'm so sorry.
It is what it is, cause I don't have any explanation for this, bro. So
I ain't gonna lie, Jake.
it is not.
Like,
Nah, you're good, bro. You're good.
found, but when they ask me,
Yeah.
like, what is this? I'm literally gonna show them like this. I'm like, hey guys, like, you know, it's
Damn.
I'm gonna show them the website where you download it from too, so they don't say I'm making it up or like fucking.
So yes or no? Should I watch the other half of the
death?
Death Note?
That's okay. You're just doing your job, bro. I don't get it. I don't get it.
You didn't get what?
Aimbot not working. Yeah, chalk it. We gotta wrap it up, bro. I'm just.
That's the first thing that I saw. Sorry.
It's okay. I don't know where to go from here, bro. Because of course, right? If I have that monitor and it's the same, what is all this, bro?
The only other thing that would be held against you is that driver, and then you go to KM Box Guide.
KM box, yeah, and it's the same driver, is it not?
Yeah, by the
Or
way,
a little bit.
Google. If someone else types in DMA with this name, that's what they're also gonna see.
Fuck, bro. Just fuck me. Oh my god. Okay.
What is he so stressed about that he got
You
caught?
want me to go talk to your team, or you want me to just like?
You know what?
Friend, is your friend gonna? You try to call him again and be like, hey man, can you just really quick, just like show me the monitor? See, like that'll help you out a lot as well. That probably.
I know it is 114. I
understand.
His work. What like? Okay. That's no, bro. What the fuck?
And this is an entirely different cheat website that just happens to have the same driver, same manufacturer, same thing going on.
Yeah, the driver.
Yeah, they all
itself
have the
isn't
cheater
inherently bad. It's
in-
just the way
in-
that's
in
been
numbers.
used in this cases.
And I'm gonna explain this after my call with you to the viewers.
His
and-
girlfriend's
and
Clara.
but what you essentially just gave him before this, what you were saying was a chance to clear himself, right? Like you told right now at this point in the investigation, this is what caused you to say it came up inconclusive, right? Like because the drivers are found, they don't directly link to anything, but they are heavily correlated with these bad things, right?
That is what caused me to say it's inconclusive. 'Cause,
Yes.
yeah, I can say the drivers are here, but
You
like,
just
okay,
said
but what if it's a printer?
you just said call up your friend and hook up the monitor, and if the monitor lights up with the other monitor, then it's already a very, very good sign for him, right? Like he basically had the
Very
chance to
good
clear
sign.
himself, right?
I gave him more than I'd say 4 to 5 chances to plug in this monitor throughout the video and outside of any recording. I've texted him, asked him, waited a day, texted him the day afterwards, like, hey, where's the monitor? Where's the monitor? And no, that wasn't happening.
I'll explain this more once we're done with this call to the viewers, because I have that whole story. Because chat, if y'all don't know, he also DM'd me. And I was basically just trying to encourage him to clear himself, because I don't give a fuck about farming views off of like a witch hunt. I want to get to the bottom of the truth.
Yeah, don't you guys
If he's
hate-
legit? I want to.
Don't you guys hate it when you accidentally just somehow spend $1,200 on cheats and it's like, bro, fuck me, dude. How did I get there? Oh my god.
the video out here that he got returned as legit, but I don't know. We'll talk about that later. Now, after this PC check, Spaceship decided to part ways with their MX roster, reasonably so, and the results were deemed as inconclusive, although it strongly hints towards the usage of an
So this is after his call with Reapin, and this is after all that went down, and then they concluded to split ways with his team.
external
Oregon.
cheat that exists outside of his computer. It was not confirmative, however, it was suspicious enough for him to be banned from competing by Ubisoft. I believe that's what I heard from him, at least, because I actually ended up speaking with Smurf.
Chad, this is the calm before the storm. Calm before the storm.
Everyone should get a chance to say their side of the story. And so we had a conversation on Twitter DMs. Now, I didn't reach out to him, he reached out to me, but in any situation like this, I believe everyone should get a say. I believe everyone should be able to share their side of the story, so I respond regardless. I'm going to leave this in because I promised I would include this in the video. But yeah, he was actually really reasonable at first. He said that he figured out the drivers were typically on modems, routers, and printers. First of all, this just isn't true, as we mentioned in that PC check, regardless. But there were no cheater hardware ever. There were no cheats found, or no cheating hardware was found either, and he's waiting on Ubisoft's final word. Eventually, I find out from him that Ubisoft, or Reapin finds out from him that Ubisoft basically stopped letting him compete. But the big thing here that really irked me is that my teammates asked me to pause the investigation so it doesn't distract the team. If Ubisoft bans him, he'll accept to move on with his life, but until then, he's here and willing to continue once he knows where he stands. Ultimately, my teammates are the only ones unconditionally supporting me, and losing them would mean I have to find players who are willing to play with me. And you could see how I reacted to that. Like, that was the stupidest thing his teammates could have ever said. The check was inconclusive. They found things strongly correlating with external cheats. Why the fuck would you now ask your teammate to stop the investigation when he has the chance to clear himself? If you don't remember, he was at the Fork Roads. He was literally told by the PC checker, hey, all you have to do, get that monitor back from his girlfriend's brother or whoever the fuck he sold it to, which he said he would get it back on Friday. We were at a point where he said he would get it back on Friday, he would continue with the investigation, and if the driver lights up after plugging in the monitor in, he's basically fucking good. That would go a long fucking way. But does that happen? No, because apparently his teammates pressured him out of continuing to check. Why would you do that? To me, that sounds like, God, oh, don't make yourself look more like a cheater, otherwise we can't play with you anymore. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways, he says I'm probably right, and I'm like, your team made the wrong choice, and yeah, I told them you literally get cleared if those drivers light up. Instead, they pressured you to stop it altogether. In my opinion, the negative repercussions are now gonna happen to them too. And yeah, I don't know what the fuck was going on here. And yeah, I said what I think. Even if you come back clean, I'm gonna be real, that is the most insane and worst things your teammates could have ever done or said. Genuinely, they don't deserve to compete at anything ever again, because that's shady as fuck. That's corrupt as fuck. Like, you literally have a chance to clear yourself. Oh no, don't continue to make yourself look like a cheater. Just fucking stop. Otherwise, you'll get banned and we can't play with you anymore. That sounds so bad. Anyways, I basically tried to convince him to continue with the check because you can clear yourself. Because at the end of the day, I'm not out here to be like, oh, free video, free views, whatever. I mean, yes, it is a free video, it is free views, but I'm not out here to just witch hunt someone and shit on their name if they're actually legit. This guy sounded pretty reasonable to me so far, so I was like, dude, bring it. I will still make the video. I will show the world you are cleared, and I will help you clear your name. My last video is actually what got that guy Slash banned, because the Moss was not banning him and the admins were not banning him before that. He got BattleEye banned and banned from comp because of me, right? So I could do the same thing for you here. And he agrees. He says, okay, bet heard, thank you, Fat. I won't let you down. He won't turn it on. He won't open up his PC since then. He'll be there on Friday, and he won't let us down. And Friday comes around, Reapin shoots him a message, and he just is not showing up. Apparently, he's saying I'm faced,
what did he say?
And he.
I plead the fifth. Someone of credible source told me that's what's going on. I'm permacooked, so GG. Wait, what? Why did he say? Wait, he's saying, bro. Wait, so he's now refusing for the plug in the monitor.
He just is not showing up. Apparently, he's saying. I'm facing 2 to life with no parole. Nursery also confirmed by telling me if I play E6, I'm disqualified. There's no competing in R6 after this shit, so I finally went outside for the first time in months.
There's no competing in R6 after this shit, so I finally went outside for the first time in months. What? Wait, why is he just doing everything but responding to the question? So where's that monitor? J.Breezy is gonna recommend over him, DG.
What the fuck is he saying? I don't know what the fuck this conversation's about.
Pawn. I have two options and both start. Wait, who just said? Wait, is this him talking? I have 2 options. He spelled 2 with T-O-O. Is that right? I have 2 options. Hey, W. Maybe he needed DMA for spelling, bro. DMA that keyboard, bro.
Went to plugging in your monitor option, and he said that comes with a comp ban regardless. At that point, I told Reapin to tell him that my video would literally probably get him unbanned, and he said that apparently will help your rep. And I said, bro, I was the reason Slash got banned. I will most definitely get this guy unbanned. To me, it's insane that a legit person would give up on clearing himself. He said he would get the monitor back on Friday,
DMA
and he would be able
Grammarly.
to plug it in and basically clear himself. And now, and now he was basically a no-show. So
Bro,
that-
like, why is there so much yapping? Like, but in this Discord, like, what wouldn't if he's not guilty, But if he's guilty, he's gonna do everything to like avoid and do this, bro. It's fucking. I respect Reapin and Fett's patience with this dude, bro.
That's the end of that story. Now, Space Shoobs ended up reaching out to me, and I also ended up
He's
reaching out to
giving
his
in?
teammates to confirm that this was true. The representative from Space Shoobs org said that the pressure he received from the org was to be careful who he got PC checked by, and he volunteered to get PC checked. They wanted to know everything, so they did not want to stop the investigation. His other teammates were basically saying, yo, go contact this guy, I don't really know. And the other guy was like, yo, I'm not really like, in contact with my team.
Bro, I can't imagine like if that was my teammate. I know exactly how the call would go. It's like because I remember like having a talk between the org and have all the players in the call, and I can just imagine it like the moment the org finds out that player is cheating, the silence is gonna be so loud. They're just gonna be like, well, we're just gonna let you go.
I got a family, so I don't really know. So I got really no conclusive evidence here. And at the end of the day, the investigation concretely came back inconclusive. We're talking about a real tangible answer. Now, do I think there's something fishy going on because he changed his Twitter to private?
I'm waiting
and
for
changed his bio
Reapin
y'all ain't
to come
fine
out
shit?
dirty.
Absolutely. But at the end of the
I'm
day,
waiting.
the real issue lies within the fact that there's
Who's Reapin?
technology
Reapin's the PC checker that is with Fett.
like that to bypass anti-cheat and even a conclusive PC check result that we need to be advancing our technology to solve. In fact, PC checks are not the solution to this at all, and they're very shady, in fact. And speaking of shady PC checkers, let's talk about the situation I hinted at the beginning of the video. The PC checker situation.
The truth about Reapin. Here we go. Everyone get your popcorn.
Shortly after I posted my first cheater exposing video with the PC check with Reapin, I got a lot of people DMing me and reaching out to me about how Reapin actually did shady practices and should not be trusted or promoted. Now, I quickly took out his Twitter out of the bio as of that because I listen to you guys, I do, but I also in my original videos said specifically I didn't fully trust Reapin and that you shouldn't trust any PC checker. But essentially a full exposing documentary was made by a guy named Kai, and this was also covered by popular Siege YouTuber Garfield is Doc in an own entire exposing video on the guy. And that pissed me off, obviously, because I wanted people to be better than that in my videos. And so I decided to confront Reapin and his partner in crime, Sonny, about their behaviors in PC checking and to get their answers to the situation.
Okay, so this all started in a server, an LFG server named R6 Mates with over 100,000 people. I would use this as my testing grounds for my PC checker at the time to try to attempt to, learn from it, catch cheaters, etc. And at the time, I caught a decent amount of players cheating and staff members cheating who were friends with Pixel Flick. One day, it prompted him to join the VCs and tell me off like, hey, you can't be doing that here. Like, we don't want you PC checking in here. And then I was pretty much being an asshole, and I was just like, fuck you, like, you guys have cheaters on your staff, like, and your cheaters, like,
damn, this is some crazy lore right here, bro. This is like getting a cutscene backstory.
letting cheaters run around in your server. Like, I'm going to keep doing what I do. Like, I'm helping the community by catching cheaters.
Yeah.
And then it prompted him to later on, as you see, he make a Discord announcement saying that I'm like cookie logging and it's a scam, and they're running like scripts on people's computers, taking their cookies and tokens and etc. This is pretty much where the allegations ever first stemmed from me, which is over almost 2 years ago now. It's from
I've never seen Naruto. Is it worth it?
Texting the owner to make an announcement on me.
Bleach on top.
Okay. First of all, who's Pixel Flick? Like, what relationship does he have with like the guy who originally made the video? I believe like the guy who originally made the video, his name was Kai, right?
Yeah. So Pixel Flick, honestly, I don't know a whole lot about who he actually is, but what I do know about him is that he, like Reapin said, he was an admin in our Six Mates, and he has year-old beef with Reapin. As for how it pertains to Kai, he is inside of Kai's friend group. Him and Kai have been buddies for a pretty long time. And when we made the reveal about what we found in Kai's PC checking script about the level DB parsing, that just kind of opened up the gate for Kai to get all of his goons, including Pixel Flick, to rally against us.
So essentially, like, this is where all the beef started, and will eventually link into everyone else that we see later on, right? Because this is one of the people that was
Correct.
like endlessly adding me and DMing me about like exposing you guys. Okay. Anyways.
After Reapin and Pixel Flick's original argument in the VC about PC checking, Pixelflick reached out to the owner of our six mates. His name is Mr. WL.
Yeah.
He's the former owner, and he sent him what Pixelflick had written, which was a announcement basically saying that Reapin is ratting people's computers. And then after he sent that, he said, you know, could you be so kind to do an announcement using this, important for user safety. And then he claimed that he went into Reapin's GitHub repository and checked the source code and claimed that it was a rat file. And he then said that he managed to take the website down, but he included the link to what he claimed was Reapin's source code. And looking at this at first, it's a bit blurry, but looking at it first, it looks like, you know, a GitHub repository to a PC checking PowerShell script.
Yeah.
But if you zoom in and you look at the file extension, this is where he fucked up. He saw .ps1 and assumed that that meant .psi. So he created a fake GitHub repository to a PC checks PowerShell script that ends in .psi. That's
Okay.
not what a PowerShell script is.
Can you
So
send me that image? 'Cause it's very, very blurry. Can you like
Yeah, I
send it
got
to me?
So PowerShell scripts, they always end in .ps1.
Okay.
And like we saw in the screenshot, his ends in .psi.
Mm-hmm.
That's not correct. It would have been
This is more
impossible
interesting
for
than the
that
true
to be
section.
Reapin source code. And
I'm telling you, this is like a Batman campaign scene where like your partner in crime eventually turns on you and is secretly a spy.
yet Pixelflick is not only claiming that that's his source code, but he's claiming that he managed to take down a GitHub repository. That alone is impossible.
Okay.
And on top of that, it's a fake repo.
Okay.
And he said that he managed to take it down so that if you take this link and go to Google and type it in, it's going to get. If you take this link and put it into Google, it's going to say not found. And that's why he said that he managed to take it down, was because he knows that he doesn't actually have Reapin source
Put
code.
This is
PS1.
Vet
PS1
confronting the PC checker about the allegations that he is a bad actor.
instead of PSI.
That's
They're
the catch.
both.
It's a private repository. He couldn't have just viewed it.
Okay, so Pixelflick. Okay, I know this guy's name because he's been in like my.
I'm eating
my
some beef and potatoes right
DMs
now.
Or like my ads, just like trying to like spamming me about trying to cover the situation. What How does this tie to the guy who posted the exposing video? Like Kai. Like who's Kai? What happened with Kai?
So the interaction between Pixelflick and Reapin in the R6 Mate server happened in July of 2024. In July of 2025, Reapin and I were reverse engineering the Havoc script just to kind of look into it, and we noticed that it was parsing level DBs. This is a huge privacy violation.
Who could think of
I
the
could go
prime?
into that, but I'm just gonna skip it for now. So anyways, we saw this and we felt obligated, knowing that our buddies and many other people that we know have been checked by this script. We felt obligated to make a public announcement and just say, hey guys, the Havoc script is parsing level DBs. If you would
Turn the
like to
volume
look
up a little
further
bit.
into it, here's how we reverse engineered it. That way people can, see for themselves. In doing so, we pissed off Kai. Kai is the creator of the Havoc script. And conveniently, Kai is also buddies with Pixelflick. So, in retaliation, Kai sent his goons after us, basically.
And that's
that
the
erupted.
original video. That's what Garfield posted on his channel. Like that based off of the Kai's video and doc that he posted.
Not gonna lie, I'm a little confused.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So Kai releases the video and then basically sends all of his goons after us, and they go around creating the most absurd lies, accusing us of things, and just fabricating evidence blatantly.
So I don't want to believe one side or the other right now, but I do remember like around that
Back to
time,
Uzi
like
video
I
or
made a
later?
cheater video that like I got a lot of DMs from a lot of different people, and at the time it was like a lot of noise to me. But you're saying they're all associated with each other. And this
When he says he sent his goons, what what I think about? I just think of like trolls, like actual trolls, like with the fucking big nose. They're like 3'5", and they're just like, they're just up to no good, bro. That's what I think when they send goons.
Happened in my argument with them too on Twitter after the video, where I was literally just trying to make the point that like y'all are just saying the same shit about each other. I'm just gonna like, why would I believe one side and not the other? I'd rather y'all just make an anti-cheat. Okay, show me. Yeah, I remember this. Show me any proof you're associated with. I'm associated with R6 cheaters. Anyone claimed about me? And then go to the.
Yeah, when you think of goons, bro, you think of like also who remembers the movie The Goonies, where they're like they go explore like a cave and some treasure, and they end up having to go through this. It's like what every child felt like they were doing when they played outside with their friends.
Next one, the other one you said. Just to clarify, again, I'm not affiliated with Kayak, Zuko, or have any sort of way to get my feedback on things and call out lies. And then what is that tab you have? Circle Jerk group chat.
What?
Yeah.
Circle Jerk group chat. Crazy ass name, bro.
So while sharing their screen, I believe this was, Oxzuko was sharing his screen. He accidentally revealed this group chat, which is...
Can you imagine like this being in court? Well, here are the evidence. You were in Circle Jerk group chat.
Its name, Circle Jerk. And in this group chat, we see that we have Oxzuko, Fritos, Kai, Pixel Flick.
Can you make it bigger? I can't see shit right now. Okay, so that's Oxzuko,
no reaping.
Pixel Flick, Kai, you're saying, and like despite saying that they're not associated with each other, they're all in a group chat. And well, are they like they're like looking at the tweets of each other, like
this is like us going like in a superhero movie, like going like rewinding 1,000 years ago when these guys, like, this is way before, you know what I'm saying?
Exposing you guys is what it looks like they're doing.
Yeah,
Okay.
so not only are they in a group chat together, but they are sending tweets. This one says, watch this cheating GVO member Reapin / Sonny's PC checking group. So not only are they associated with each other, but they have a group chat where they're just sending tweets and basically coordinating this campaign against us. So they are associated with each other. It's not all stemming from different sources. It's stemming from this group chat right here. And on top of that, if we look over here on Oxzuko's DMs list, we see that we have Kai, Floatin, very well-known cheater, Lil Mustard Gas, well-known cheater, Lovesy, another well-known cheater, and Quom USB Method, who is also the guy that was going around and doxing Reapin and I. Tying into that, we also have Pixel Flick screen share, which again shows the Circle Jerk group chats. It shows same USB, Quom USB Method guy, Lovesy.
Oh yeah, that's my mod, I guess, who he's trying to contact to get my attention with. Okay.
So this was crazy to me because as a YouTuber, when I was getting all this feedback initially, it was all just a bunch of different noise from different directions to me, all telling me, oh, Reapin bad, Reapin this, these people bad, these people that. And that's what caused me to take out his Twitter from the first place from the description of the video, because I wasn't really trying to promote him.
These are all of his on cars right now.
Ask him questions if you have questions about like the things that he does or whatever. Regardless, I was like, you know what, I could fuck up. I'll remove him. My mistake. I'm sorry for doing this. But now, months later, I'm finding out that there's actually like this PC checker civil war. Like it's a coordinated effort from one side and another side to both just like shit on each other and throw dirt on each other.
Hey, forget Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War. This is Cheater 1,000-Year Blood War. This is like when Urahara gets banned from the Soul Society, but then he goes to the world of living, which is like Reapin, but then they eventually find out he's bad.
You remember the things I showed from the beginning of the video, people reaching out to me? The names in those screenshots are the same ones that pop up in this group chat. They're literally banding together to come shit
Oh wait, yeah, bro, it is like you hubba bro.
on the other side. So yeah, that was a crazy discovery for me. Anyways, continue the video.
So right, I'm just gonna pause it here and explain what to look for because it happens very fast.
Yeah.
He goes here to pretty much pulls up a Git repository to that seemingly
This is like going through the Epstein files right now, but Siege version.
mine with my code inside of it, which is posted in the document, the same code you see here. And in the top left, you're gonna see a little weird fish's name, and his name might start
It's like
with an
finding
A.
out Reapin got diddied.
Right here. Can someone read that out loud for me?
So
Can you imagine PC checking Diddy's PC? Oh my god, bro. You could just turn on the on button and this motherfucker's guilty already. You know, like how everyone has a wallpaper, like when they turn on the PC? Guilty.
Yeah,
so they're claiming they're not associated with each other, but Kai is using a file that Oxzuko uploads to a repository, and they have a group chat together, so they clearly are like where they're sending tweets of you guys, like that they're making of you guys. So they're clearly are. This is a coordinated thing, because this is what was confusing me. Because there's like at the time I was getting so much noise.
You think Diddy's PC runs on baby oil and not like a water heater with a water fan?
Around me about like you guys being like shit or whatever, and then it
Don't worry
turns
about my
out
PC, bro.
that all the people saying this were all part.
Actually, I think I have a default wallpaper. I haven't changed it yet. I only have my bleach wallpaper.
Of like the same coordinated effort. Or is that what you guys are trying to say?
Yes.
So we know who Pixel Flick is. We know who
Maybe Diddy
Kai
has a
is. But
20
like, I keep
Diddy
seeing this, like,
TI.
Zuko guy, AQ Zuko guy popping up. I know he also wrote a literal like email to me, like begging me to like talk about you guys. And then when I like responded to him on Twitter about it, he like he deletes so many replies to me on Twitter. I don't know why. He also is like repeatedly claimed he wasn't associated with these people. Who is Zuko and all this? Like who is he? What does he do? What's wrong with him?
So Oxuko is a former 10-man server owner.
Yep.
Nowadays he's a cheater. So first thing,
Is it just me, or like I feel like a lot of these people in the situation? I mean, not that it's like it's everyone, but they all like type the same. They like if it's one sentence, they like split it into like 5 sentences. It's like one words instead of just like regular. I mean, maybe I'm just like using commas, periods, you know. I feel like it's just, and like
just look at some of these messages between him and Tango. We see the 75T tag in his name.
not that big of a deal though.
It's a DMA. So the 75T is a DMA guild.
Okay.
You're just
and going off of that.
Yeah, that's right. It's like you're J Unk. You're just. How about we spell your YOUR? Like I hate it when people use abbreviations like what is the TS PMO. Fucking what else do they use, dude? Like or some shit like that, bro. Or like the Sabayu, bro. I hate that, bro. Sabayu.
We can see, and this is still on his Twitter for you to look at. This was posted August 14th, 2025. Everything that happened between us happened in July. So this shows him saying that he's no longer going to be cheating and saying, I want to be back in the Siege community. But this implies that he was cheating all that time. All the time where he was going around and spreading bullshit
because my video,
about us.
yeah, my video when they started begging me about the video was like May 2025, like 3 months before that. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So
bro, the worst one is like
Oxuko,
the Evo Sabayu, bro, where it's like the SDB T some I don't fucking know. It's like a whole ass like sentence, bro.
is just a DMA cheater. That's really all that Oxuko is. Going back all the way to 2023, we see that Oxuko is talking to Tango and sort of planting the seed for what he turned out to be. So he's saying that he's going to start a server where they're going to sell our 6 accounts and boost people. And he says that we might get a spoofer and hacks, and says that his buddy is doing it and making bank. So this shows that he started cheating in 2023.
I wonder how much like R6 cheaters make. Like I would be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it's in like the 3 to 5K a month territory, but I don't really know how many cheaters there are out there. Like if I were to join a server and see how much they're charging for people each month and shit, dude, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if cheat makers are like, I would be surprised if they're making like more than like 10-20K a month. That'd be crazy.
And then made that tweet saying that he's now done cheating in August of 2025.
Okay, so the people that are trying to like tear you down and like fuck up
memberships
your image
cost a lot of money.
Kai's video, they're all
They can range from like
associated
$5 to
with
$50.
a cheater, basically. Like
Correct.
and a cheater's uploading the files to a repository and continuing to do all this shit,
More?
and that ends up, and then Garfield just uploads that video.
Correct.
Okay, this is the original. These are the original docs from like Garfield likes video, right? Garfield Kai's video. Like this is like the docs that he links that has everything in it, right? Like what you said you had an issue with this.
Correct. So when I first saw this document, it was honestly more of a sigh of relief than anything, because when I got to the malicious code section of it, and saw what they had included, I realized they went through all of the effort of making making these documents, yet they didn't make the code functional. So they claimed that they found this
A guy
inside
who
open source.
knows a guy who made a Warzone unlock tool and he made 300K in 2 days. That's crazy.
code and, you know, just straight took it from Reaping source code and put it into this document.
I mean, you could argue like if people really put that much effort in cheat developers, that's also another like one of the bigger reasons why when we talk with the R6 devs on why the anti-cheat so bad, it's like they say it's not necessarily all the anti-cheat, but it's because they're getting countered every like month. Every patch they do, it gets countered by they're getting constantly countered by cheat developers.
So if we take this code that they claim to have gotten directly from Reaping
Like
source,
no peace, bro. It's like that Battlefield clip of like the dude getting shot and then getting insta revived and getting shot like multiple times.
code, and we copy paste it and send it to ChatGPT, let's ask it, what is wrong with this function? So if we copy paste it and send it to ChatGPT, we see that this is almost equivalent to a monkey on a typewriter in terms of code. If this were truly in Reaping source code, it would not function. The script would return a syntax error for one. For two, they are trying to interact with an SQL, which is where
How is Valorant cheat so good? You know what's crazy? One of the Ubisoft developers, they told us in the creator interview a long time ago in like November that Siege's engine is as good, if not better, than Valorant or Epic Games and Riot. And they said that it's already like a kernel. A kernel wouldn't do anything, is what they said. Not what I said, but what came out of their mouths.
They're stored. They're trying to interact with the SQL file as a text file, which is it would return nothing. And then the next thing and last thing that's wrong with it is these write host statements. So even if everything else in this PowerShell function worked and it did extract cookies, this right here says that it would literally
Bottom
tell
of the barrel
user,
kernel.
Firefox cookies found or Firefox cookies not found. So even if it worked, it would tell the user that it's extracting their cookies.
Okay. So basically you're saying that like due to like all these discrepancies, right? Like the code not running,
I don't care, man. Just fix
fact
the
that
fucking
a literal
anti-cheat.
cheater
Just fix
or
it.
notorious, associated with cheaters uploaded the files to the repository, even if that group chat's like,
How about anti-cheat? Like if they find if they get a report for being a cheater, we send blitz to their house. Does that sound fair?
not real and like fake group chat
How about we pull their 2 front teeth out for punishment
or whatever
as a
it doesn't
warning?
do anything. You're saying and like the pixel flick PSI PS1 thing, you're saying that those like discrepancies and inconsistencies undermine the legitimacies of the claims they're making, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And one thing I remember,
Because they make money off cheaters. Why stop cheating when they can continuously ban people and those people rebuy the game and rebuy ops, etc.?
you're reaching out to me around the time that
Damn, bro,
you
that might
reached
be
out to me
facts.
while they were all reaching out to me, and you said that Pixel Flick, one of them,
Do you think that Ubisoft is hesitant to fix the anti-cheat because it makes them money? What do you guys think?
ended up
Yes or
doing
no?
something quite harmful, in fact, as a response to the arguments and like the beef between y'all. Do you want to elaborate on that now?
Sure. So that situation, I want to preface it with showing this screenshot. So this screenshot was taken while Pixelflick was sharing his screen during a conversation with Mr.WL, which is the same R6 Mates owner that we talked about previously. And this is a few months after that situation where they made the announcement occurred. So this is September 2024, and it reads from Mr. WL saying, "I know whatever I say, you will twist it and try to use it against me. I'm aware you're willing to take it too far. I just hope at some point you will find something else to spend your time on than trying to ruin others' reputations. I'm not talking about mine alone, but others as well, as I've seen and understood. I'm not the first one."
More than 50% of their player base is cheaters, so they don't fix it because they think they will lose money in players. 50%? Well, I'd say that's a far reach, maybe for PC, but console, I mean, there is a lot of Zim and shit. That's a lot. That's a lot, bro. I say like 20%, bro.
One, you find your reasons to try and destroy. Hope you see that as clearly as I do.
So you're basically saying like another, like his literal boss in the OG R6 mate, 100,000 member Discord, also knows him to be a person to try to go around ruining reputations.
Correct.
Okay, continue.
This is a habitual pattern of Pixel Flick, as we see, and it's been going on for years, where he just tries to destroy people's lives for whatever reason, whether it be his own entertainment, I don't know. But it's what he does, and it's what he's trying to do to us. And not only is he trying to do it to us, but he's trying to do it to the people that defend us. A little bit ago, there was a situation where Pixel Flick was commenting on a post, and this guy named Tango, and Tango responded and was just defending Reapin and I. And they got into a little bit of an argument, and Pixel Flick said, "Hey,
Wait,
wasn't
this my post? Hold on, let me.
What?
I could have sworn this was literally my post. Yeah, it's literally about my
Roblox
post.
has to be shut
If you
down.
remember,
I've been
I'm gonna
seeing too
go
many
into
such
more
things
into
on
this
Insta.
later, but it's literally my point saying, listen, I don't want to be like I'm getting all this.
Yeah, what's up with Roblox? Like, doesn't Roblox not want to ban like pedos in the game, some shit like that?
Noise about one side calling the other this bullshit.
They don't wanna
You guys are
report
just
them
saying
or,
the
like,
same things about each other
indefinite
to
ban?
each other. Like they're all doing everything but making an anti-cheat. Okay, it's literally my post. So okay, go ahead, go back to your whatever the fuck. Tango, the guy that was defending you guys, underneath my argument with Pixel Flick, where he again begs me for attention on like exposing you guys essentially. Go ahead.
Right, so Tango started defending us, and then Pixel Flick responded saying, "Hey, let's continue this conversation in a call on Discord," and then provides Tango with his Discord. So Tango adds Pixel Flick, and they get into a call.
Okay, if I retract my statement, I was just bouncing off the chat, but if I really think, like off the top of my head, without a lot of research, let's say on PC right now, there's about, what was the peak? The peak of players was like, what, 80,000 or some shit like that? Let me see. Peak all time in the past 7 days was 200,000. So like, I'd say total cheaters, there could be like a couple thousand of them, I would say. Couple thousand. Max, couple thousand, I feel like. Yeah, I'd say like max a couple thousand. Yeah, probably. Probably because there's a lot of cheaters that you just come across and they don't even make content. They don't even show their face. And then on console, I don't know how can you see how R6 console player count? I don't know if it's possible to see that. How many players do you think console has with PS4 and Xbox combined? Because these only show Steam. More than 5K cheaters. I feel like on console, let's take a quick a rough average. I would say a rough average of console players is like at least double PC, maybe even triple, because there's a lot of console players out there. But yeah, like I would say like, I don't know, because I don't play console, so I don't really have like a upfront guess on how many cheaters are on there. But like how easy it is to buy Zim, how like Zim is just like a pretty profitable site. Zim macros, or what like what is it, like Chronos is what it's called, right, for recoil. Count elo trappers. Okay, we were to count elo trappers, which is I can't even wrap my head around people who buy consoles to cheat. Like what, 4 other consoles and monitors or some shit. That's crazy. Like you just fucking one controller here, one controller here, one controller here, one controller here, right? Is that what it is? Okay, if we had to take a rough guess, not full, but I'd say 15. Maybe 15% of the player base on console cheats. Like, which is like the top champs, you know, people coming up, and then like newer people coming and see it on ads, especially with TikTok promoting it too. Strike packs and scripts. I'd say 15. Because I feel like a lot of Siege players are people who like play with friends after school, or maybe, you know, come home from work or some shit like that. I feel like it's at least 15. Because I feel like a lot of people, like if you think about it, 15% of the player base is cheating on console or PC, whatever, let's say, for example, and they were to be very prominent in the top ranks. And if the top ranks were streamers, or maybe even just players who just happen to get in a match with them, every time a cheater loads into a match, they get matched with 10 people. So it's like they get new 10 people every single match almost. So I guess people's experiences with cheaters can go up, but I think the amount of cheaters, especially if they do get somewhat banned here and there, I feel like Ubisoft just scrapes the surface of the iceberg when they ban people. It's probably like 15. But yeah, that's just a side yap.
Yeah.
And in this call, Tango recorded the entirety of it, and I watched it, and basically they were just going back and forth. Tango denying what Pixel Flick was saying, asking Pixel Flick, do you have any proof of what you're saying? To which Pixel Flick would respond, I do, but it's in an old folder. And Tango was just giving Pixel a bunch of pushback.
With that being said, chat, we're going to pull a Jarvis, and we're going to be trying R6 cheats for a YouTube video. Lock in.
I guess this pissed off Pixel Flick because shortly after Pixel Flick gets into a call with Oxzuko, as we can see him admitting right here. Immediately after Tango and Pixel Flick ended their conversation, Pixel Flick got into a call with Oxzuko to talk about it, and then immediately after that, Oxzuko released a 3-minute video on his Twitter doxing Tango, doxing his girlfriend, and trying to expose him. And I'm not saying that some of the things that he showed Tango saying were right, but what definitely isn't right is doxing somebody and doxing their girlfriend. Here's him showing Tango's real face, and then here's him doxing his personal Instagram.
Blur, yeah, cut out a lot of that Dapper and blur as this. Blur everything here, Dapper.
Dapper. Unleash, or Jarvis, unblur this for me.
So they can't see his actual, like Instagram, obviously, and get to him. Damn. Continue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he doxes the hell out of him, but also doxes his girlfriend. So here we're looking at Tango's.
Dude, doxing personal life stuff over what? Like this PC checking drama. This is just crazy, bro. This is just like, it's just so like chronically online, bro. Stream's going good, Barcode.
Instagram, but we're also looking at pictures of Tango's girlfriend, his girlfriend's Instagram handle. And just
like this, I feel like this would never happen in a real life. Even like people who have real beef in real life, they don't dox. Like it's kind of different because like it's online versus like online beef versus IRL beef. IRL beef is like you don't have to fight, but it's like I don't know. I feel like IRL beef, you just like I don't know. If it would just de-escalate so fast.
The whole shebang. So I think that the reason that Oxzuko like did this whole doxing thing is because Tango was defending us, and they saw somebody defending us and said, we're just going to shut them down. So not only are they, going after us, but they're going after the people that are defending us.
Okay. You're saying Pixel Flick caused this to happen, but Oxzuko is the one who doxed him. Do you have any like reason to believe that like Pixel Flick caused this to happen?
Okay, no, this is all that I have. It's the same conversation, but it's Pixel Flick saying like basically just denying that he was associated with the.
How do they have time for this? Like, that ass. How do they have mental strength to do this all the time? Do they just sit in their room all day and just like, all right, guys, what's the next drama? What's the next fucking, like, how are we gonna dox the next dude or some shit?
Dox. As I've said,
do they not have like jobs?
From it.
School?
And then, yeah.
And a similar
Social
situation
life?
happened to you with Pixel Flick and
Personal
like
hobbies?
the same two people, Pixel Flick and Zuko, like a couple, like what, a year ago, months ago, when?
Around the same time, I got doxxed. Somebody made a fake account of mine, and
Somebody made a fake account. Oh my god, bro, that is so petty. That's just so sad. Oh my god.
Immediately after the fake account was made, I got a DM from Pixel Flick saying, hey, I don't know who this is, but I just wanted to let you know. So he's basically trying to come across as the good guy and act like he has no association.
It's just like, I feel like people like this just have too much trust that they're behind a screen in a different state. So they can just get away with all this shit. It's just, like I said, if this happened in real life, it's like you're confronting with it. There's no hiding. There's no like going back and forth and perfecting your sentences and your arguments and your evidence. It's just like it's black and white, bro.
With any of the doxing or other shitty activities going on when he clearly does. It's not a coincidence that Pixel Flick was in a call showing Oxzuko the conversation with Tango, and then somehow unrelated to that, Oxzuko simultaneously decides to dox Tango. Tango and Oxzuko hadn't spoken in 7 months. After 7 months of Oxzuko and Tango not speaking, Tango speaks to Pixel Flick. Pixel Flick speaks to Oxzuko. Oxzuko doxes Tango. So it's not a coincidence.
Okay. And so the people going after Reapin and Sonny are associated with cheaters or are cheaters themselves, gather inconsistent evidence, and literally dox people in response to them arguing with them in an effort to silence them. And here's the thing, I'm not trying to say, oh, Reapin and Sonny are good and the other side is bad. The exposing video could be entirely true. Reapin and Sonny could be really shitty people. But the point is, you can't expect me to take your side's word as gospel and then say the other side is fake and inconsistent and don't listen to them, and then not expect that same attitude of treatment back to what you're saying. That's hypocritical. Why should I not apply the same logic to what people say about you? It makes sense that literal cheaters and friends of cheaters will want to tarnish the rep of people doing the anti-cheat part. But I was curious if why Sonny and Reapin had all this information this whole time, why am I learning about it just now? Why didn't they fire back earlier before?
Yeah, so this happened about
there's still
3
banana in my
months
mouth.
after Reapin and I had set out to make our own anti-cheat. And when it all went down, we were very deep into development and making very good progress on developing it. But when this happened, for a little bit, we kind of went to a halt in development because we were so focused on, you know, gathering evidence,
protein shake,
trying
butter,
to debunk
oats,
the shit that they were saying, that we didn't have time to work on the anti-cheat. But even though we had all of this evidence and we're so close to being able to, you know, just releasing it all and saying, hey, these guys are bullshitting, we realized that we fell into their trap. We're doing exactly what they wanted us to do, which is to stop working on the anti-cheat. So
if you pull a banana apart sideways, you're a psycho.
Rather than, you know, wasting our time on bullshit, we said, fuck this shit. Let's just make the anti-cheat and prove them wrong that way. And so for that reason, we kind of just said, fuck this. Let's go back to
That's like sleeping with jeans on, bro. You're a psycho.
work.
And I mean,
And
like the
that's
third
what we
party,
did.
like the MOS replacement, right? The third party anti-cheat MOS replacement.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, thank you for this call. I'm still gonna have the message of the video be like, none of this fucking matters, right? Like, it's not about who's right, who's wrong. Oh, is it okay? Yep.
Yeah.
And the main point I'm trying to make with that segment is not to clear Reapin and Sonny and say the other side's bad. Once again, for all I know, the group saying Reapin bad could be completely right. Reapin could be just bad, right? The point being, why are you guys as PC checkers and anti-cheat developers going through all this effort to have this big beef instead of just developing a safe third-party anti-cheat, which is my de facto solution to this issue of cheating, by the way, which I will address later. If you remember in my original video, I literally said I don't fully trust Reapin and I don't condone PC checking at all. In fact, I think it's something we need to get rid of by developing a safe third-party anti-cheat that doesn't involve someone going through your private shit. And despite saying that already in the original video, these people are in my DMs begging me to still make a new video saying the exact same message, basically. To me, that sounds like you just want fucking attention, bro. Like, think about the things they're saying about each other. They're both saying the other person takes user data maliciously, and they're both saying the other person is associated with cheaters. It's literally the
Acai bowls are good, but they're a little expensive. They're like overpriced for like what? Cut up fruit into some sprinkled coconut and some like blended up strawberry with ice.
pot calling the kettle black. It's
motherfuckers paying like $21 from that shit. God damn.
the
Organic or not, I don't give a fuck.
Spider-Man pointing gif. That put on the screen. It's the Spider-Man pointing gif. It really seems like one side is just envious that the other side, which is just sound like the same people according to all their claims and each other's claims, got the attention and they didn't. And this is frustrating for me because as a creator, I want to use my platform to do good. I want to promote and support someone who's developing an anti-cheat because they want to help the game. And instead of that, I'm wasting my time.
You guys say GIF or GIF? I say GIF.
Looking over this bullshit. And that's why I respect Reapin and Sonny's response, that they just wanted to focus on developing the anti-cheat. I'm not going to promote anything until I know for sure it's safe, but that is the real solution we as a community and Siege can focus on moving forward to address this cheating issue. The development of a safe third-party anti-cheat as an alternative to MOS.
You're convinced that True Siege allows cheating?
Shooters in the world, but it's had one of the highest.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, like, this money is like the ultimate motivator of the higher grounds. Like, just shit happens behind closed doors that would never be public.
Cheater player bases and worst infestations of cheaters of all time ever since it's gone free to play. One of the largest reasons it's still alive is because you have the option to play on third-party platforms such as Faceit or ESCA, which have their own anti-cheat program that functions infinitely better than the built-in game anti-cheat.
Breathe, my boy,
all
breathe.
my friends that play
Breathe.
CS just play Faceit nowadays because that's where they get mostly cheater-free games. Moss, which is Siege's golden standard for being the game's anti-cheat that you run in every single tier 3 qualifier, tier 2 qualifier, tier 1 qualifier in any circuit, just simply
Chat.
isn't good enough with the time.
Would you guys like an
literally
acai bowl
let that last
making
cheater
on
I caught in
stream?
my original cheater PC check
Making
video
acai bowl?
through. Like the admins checked the boss and they were like, yeah, this guy's good. And then that guy just kept fucking playing. Which that guy had blatant fucking cheats on his PC. Like conclusive evidence, not just external cheats. So if it can't even catch
Bro,
that,
I'll make
how
the
are
best
we gonna expect
acai
the
bowl you've
technology to
ever
catch up in
seen.
any other way?
Better than all the
biggest issue with
restaurants.
Moss beyond that is that you need to protest to get an admin to look at Moss, which already filters out like 90% of cheaters that would have been caught because it's like a pride thing. Like you get basically shamed.
Acai
for
bowls are
protesting
like
cheat you
a-
lost to, because otherwise
They're like a fruit Chipotle to an extent.
you're just like a pussy. Like, why would you protest? Oh, you lost. You fucking sad boo-hoo. You're a pro team who lost to a teacher team in open qualifiers where anyone can play. Why would you protest them? You pussy, take the loss. And therefore, humility and pride and ego get in the way of actually catching cheaters. It doesn't work, and we need something new so that people can play 10-mans in Siege or qualifiers in Siege or competitive higher level Siege without paranoia, because that's the biggest issue that cheaters cause. It's the paranoia. It's now the fact that anytime you die to anyone, oh, they're cheating. Oh, I don't want to play this fucking game anymore. Right? Oh, I can't go into qual because oh, I'm probably gonna go get the cheater. Oh, I'm gonna lose my dreams and hopes and chances because I'm just gonna go against another cheater today. What we need to happen to save Siege is to have a third-party anti-cheat developed ASAP that can replace Moss and be tested and given feedback as to its safety and efficacy. T3 leagues and 10-man servers need to be willing to try out these third-party anti-cheats. The anti-cheat must also notify admins live while it's running on a user's PC if any suspicious process or driver or whatever the fuck is detected on the PC live, so that we can bypass that issue of needing to protest for a check on a Moss file. By outsourcing this to the genius of the community and actually focus catch in my always be trying cheats. The thing with anti-cheat is it'll always be a cat and mouse game. Yes, I know there will always be cheats and they will always be ahead of the anti-cheat. But the thing is, the anti-cheat should always be trying to catch up to the cheaters. The cheats, the anti-cheat. It should not be like this. It should not be like this. It should be like this. They should be trying to reduce the amount as little as possible. And so, despite the fact that I don't fully trust Reapin and Sonny still and would not promote their, anti-cheat to the masses still, I do appreciate what they said about their project and developing anti-cheat, that they ended up just not focusing on the beef and firing back and chose to not get distracted from their
Chat, I wanted to get a pet when I moved out into this apartment, but then I realized like I don't think I would have the mental space. I could have a pet right now if I really wanted to, but like it went from being like a top 3 priority when I moved out to like a top like 15 priority. It's crazy. I think when I get like, I don't know, when I just am more independent, maybe if I lived with someone, like if I were to move in with like a partner or something like that. What do y'all think though, cat or dog if I'm a streamer? I feel like low key. I like dogs, but I've been kind of leaning towards cats a little bit because I feel like cats are just like an elegant pet. But I love the energy of dogs.
main goal of developing said program. But speaking of Reapin, after we recorded the segments, he actually approached me saying he wanted to confess something very important to me and pertinent to his mission with transparency.
So, question that I get asked a lot is how do I know so much about cheats, and have I ever cheated before in the past? And I'm just gonna come out and say yes, I have cheated in the past. And
What? Reapin's cheated in the past? Bro, no. Okay. I'm gonna get side yap. If you have ever cheated in your life, like you've made the decision to, dude, that's like, dude, I don't know, man. That's just like, it's not the act of, it's not that like cheating while hacking in the video game is the bad part, but it's like the moral aspect of it. You know what I mean? Like, what? Are you bored? Even if you're bored, go do something else. Why do you have to break rules to do it? It's never that deep. But like, I don't know if I would put it on the same level of like shoplifting. Like, let's say you just sneak a candy bar into your pocket or some shit like that. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really know where I would rank. It's definitely not like felony level of consequence, but it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's no moral like high ground with being bored, so I wanted to cheat. Not saying he was bored, but like what a lot of people say. I don't know. They are paying money for it. I guess you could go down the route of like, if they're a grown adult, grown dude, they could do whatever they want. I guess maybe I just strongly disagree with cheating. I guess, you know, if I had to put in that aspect, I'm like 99.9% against it. There's the 1.1% that it could be right.
It is the reason why.
We've all stole something from our life, surely. All right, guys, listen. No one in here is a cop. What did you guys steal as a kid? Listen, I told you guys, when I was 6 years old, I was really into rocks. We were in a rock store, and I was like, damn, bro, these magnet rocks are hella cool. You know what I did? I took that John, and I stuffed it in my pants. And while we were walking out, all you hear is a clank, 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 clank. But then no one found out until I was like playing outside on a tree with my family, and I was like trying to reach it. You know when you try to like hit a branch, you jump and hit it. I went and hit that shit, and you know what happened? All the rocks came out. And then my dad yelled at me, and I never shoplifted it again.
I am good at what I do today, and I also understand the little small lies that the cheaters try to make up, not just from ranging just like from video games, but it, in my opinion, it leaks outside of video games. And I am grateful, not for me cheating, but for me learning from that experience and being able to not only catch cheaters now, but
okay, maybe if he did turn it into good, that's like a very like that's the 1%, you know, moral high ground is. I guess it could be the same as like a person doing drugs and then being like, oh, you know what? I realize that it could really fuck up your world, and then you're really against it. So I'm not, obviously cheating in Siege is not the same thing as doing heroin, but you guys get my point.
I'm also, I don't really talk about this much, like ever. I don't think I ever have, but I do help cheaters try to turn over a new leaf, like stop cheating entirely and just change as a person. For example, in our Discord group chat here, Fet, Slash was one of them. Slash was, I never talked about this. I didn't post about it. I'm not doing this for like.
What do you guys think? Is downloading a recoil script the same as, I don't know, sniffing? What's worse, sniffing cocaine or downloading a recoil script?
Validation of like, oh, Reaper's a
What's
good
worse?
The
guy.
guy that we checked on the big video that last time.
Yes, this is the first time I'm speaking about this because I don't do these things for recognition of being a nice person. I do it to genuinely try to help these cheaters change. And I was worried that Slash, himself being a really big cheater under fire by so many people, getting death threats and docs and all this stuff, I didn't want him to try to harm himself. So I contacted the team owner, Foxy, like,
recoil script, cocaine is awesome. Hey, I'm glad this guy's out. I'm glad this chatter is honest. W honesty.
hey, can you give me in contact with Slash? Because I would hate for him to like not learn from this and like make the situation worse for himself and do anything, you know, to harm himself. And I just like, again, I'm not grateful to the fact that I cheated. I'm grateful that
All right, chat. Downloading AC-130 above a helicopter cheats where you're Lion LMG and you got like 500 boxes on your screen, or doing heroin.
I learned from it, so I even have the opportunity
Which
to
is
do
worse?
things like this.
Now, when I first heard this from Reapin, I actually felt a little bit betrayed, but after some thinking, I realized that maybe this is an attitude we also need if we want to ever solve this issue. Because one really frustrating thing I've been coming across in our day-to-day life is how normalized cheats have seemingly become. When I first started a 10-man server, which now like no longer is active, one common question I get is, wait, recoil scripting is bannable? Fucking yes, dude! Is recoil scripts?
Bro, I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna say who it was because they did reach out to me, and I felt like it was the right thing to do. But a long time ago, like maybe a year ago, I went on a e-date for like content, and we were just playing, and then like she was playing a little too good, you know what I mean? And and then eventually my chat comes in my chat and tells me that the person I was playing with is a cheater. And there's like, there was Twitch clips of, you know, them using recoil scripts. And and then I eventually confronted at the end of our e-date for the content. And then I had like 2 other people come in for the Discord call, and they were flaming her ass, bro. Dude, they were flaming her, bro. And then she eventually alt-F4'd and just left and just shut her PC off, and then made her Twitter private or some shit like that. And I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be a banger video. But they eventually we had a very long, not long, but I had a conversation of like, oh, you know, they don't want to post it, you know, like and they had to do it for several reasons, personal reasons of why they were cheating or like doing stuff like that, and like they didn't want to rib her. I was like, all right, bro, you know what, it ain't worth it. The drama ain't worth the video. But like, yeah, I just couldn't. But yeah, that was a crazy moment though.
A lot of attorneys? No, are you guys fucking stupid? Is scripting macroing bannable here? And then this other one where this guy was like, yo, Fed, can you get me unbanned? And I Googled his name on Twitter, and he was like, he's notorious for hitting servers, and he was like, dude, man, that was a long time ago, bro.
Who just said, would you rather drug someone at the bar or download scripts? I mean, the answer's so obvious, bro.
Literally committed a federal crime for ELO. Regardless, I feel like as a gamer, it's very easy and a little bit out of your control, especially if you're like a hetero straight male dude gamer, to fall into a nasty community where shit like cheating and being racist is just encouraged. And at least for me, and I'm still trying to work on this because I fucking hate cheaters and I despise them, but at the same time, maybe it'll help to have an attitude of encouraging change, especially if they're young. Like, hey man, y'all are young, y'all are taking a bad path, you guys don't see it yet, but like, you know, if you're cheating in a competitive environment, let's say you're playing a qualifier with a team and you want to make it to pro league, then you have to lie to your teammates, right? Because they probably want to make it legitly, and they probably won't want to play with a cheater. You have to lie. You have to start being a liar and pathologically lying to your teammates to get further and further. And then what? And then what? You cheat while you're to the top, and then what? You go to a major event, you're on stage, and you fucking suck ass. Like, what's the point? So I kind of appreciate the transparency. I appreciate that he wants to come out and say that himself, because I think it looks very different from and being able to be transparent and admit things yourself versus the community doing it for you first. The head of Riot Vanguard Anti-Cheat, which is one of the most successful anti-cheats in the world, if you scroll back enough, he used to be a developer of cheats.
Dude, he used to be a delivery driver. Damn. Hey, yo, W character development.
Developed and sold modifications for several online games, but now obviously he's come around and used that knowledge to be put on this earth for the one singular purpose of banning cheaters from online video games.
This is like when villain turns into hero, you know, like in those movies where like the villain like has a turning point. You know what? I feel like I'm gonna do good stuff now.
And maybe, I don't know, maybe the talent from the other side that were beefing with Reaper and Sonny could also come forward and maybe admit some things too. And I would see them and trust their reputation more in the community if they did so. I think a lot of things need to happen if we want to
Zuko and
Siege.
Avatar.
And I think addressing the cheating situation is absolutely one of them, because now the game's free to play, they're all in casual, and a lot of players' first experience is playing against those cheaters, and I can't even stream rank these days. It's that bad. And I think developing a third-party entity is something we...
Or what if Reapin is Ishida from Bleach, where he eventually turns on them, but then is for good?
We as a community can do ourselves if we pool our resources and talent, and would really make a great change. Players, former teacher players like Hungry have started their own Hungry Hub, where they've, you know, host a variety of different queues and 10-mans, and people have reported extremely positive cheater-free games, and they play a lot more there, which has helped develop more interest for the game. I address this in my other video on Save Siege, so watch that video if you want my full fleshed out opinions on this. But cheating...
Alright, man. Hey, W feet. Yo, W feet in the chat. But yeah, thank you for this video. Guys, like, subscribe this fucking video. This is a great one.